Who is Randy?
Don't bring anyone mother into this.
Your mom in the fucking stand!
Let me ask you guys something in the booth real quick. Okay. Do you think, because everybody, I just want to say I'm not projecting anything on you. I believe that all of you identify as heterosexual men, correct?
Sure. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Do you think that if you have sex with another man, that makes you gay?
Is that all the info we get? Is there context? Is there like, is this like a one-on-one session?
Yeah.
I think you're teetering. I think you're getting real close to dangerous territory of not being heterosexual anymore.
Yeah.
Let's say it's a single an isolated incident
Yeah,
where
you try it, you know?
Is it like I'm on drug? Like I'm like, oh,
No.
this Molly's
You're
really
just,
kicking
You're just worked up and you're gender fluid. No, you're not. Your sexuality is like, everyone's sexuality is essentially like a moving,
Right.
wave, right? Where
Yeah, it's fluid.
you have femininity to you, even
Right.
though you're a man, right? And then masculine. So it's just like an encounter. You end up having sex with a guy. Are you gay?
I think after that, I would definitely be asking that to myself a lot. I think
valid.
yes. I think after that, I'd be like, am I gay?
Do you think that any straight men who have sex with a man are for sure gay, or is it a fluid kind of,
Well,
can you call
scale.
yourself straight after you've had
Right.
sex with a man?
I think that's the thing. I think if a dude has sex with a dude, after that, you're at least bi. You
So
know?
you'd have to change your status from straight to bisexual.
Yeah, you'd have to call the DMV and you'd have to get them to change that line on your driver's license.
Stand in line, make an appointment.
Yeah.
What about you, Annie? What do you think?
Yeah, Annie, what does he think?
No, I don't think you're gay if you do it. I think you'd be gay if you liked it, if you want to do it again.
Oh, that's an
Interesting.
interesting distinction.
That's interesting.
If you want it, so it's in the wanting to repeat the event.
And who else is in there?
Zoli.
What does he think?
That's an interesting distinction, though. It's in the desiring. It's not just like, oh, it happened one time. I'm gay. You'd have to.
Yeah, you're in college. You're playing around. You're experimenting. We know what's going
You're
on
in
in
a
the
frat.
dorms. Now, what do you think?
I think it's gay.
You think it's gay?
Yeah.
You think that if you were to sleep with a man once, you're automatically gay?
I mean, Annie's over here talking about if you like it. So, like, I mean, I guess if you're forced to do it, you're not gay. But, like, if you're choosing to do it,
yeah.
if you're experimenting with being gay.
Yeah, that's true. I guess
Like,
true.
yeah. And, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Of course
but
not. But
it's gay.
It brings about an interesting point, and that is being educated. So I've been learning too, and I want everybody else to feel like they can learn and get ready to have your mind blown open. Here we go.
Hi there, my name is Dr. Joe Kort, and I'm going to give you reasons why straight men have sex with men. They're not gay, they're not bisexual. My whole specialty is with male sexual fluidity. And what I always say is that when women have a non-heterosexual thought, we give her wiggle room, but we fetishize her. When men have a non-heterosexual thought, we stigmatize him and we tell him he's not straight. False, wrong. I really want to get rid of this myth. I really want to get rid of this stigma. And if you stay with my TikTok, you're going to hear all the reasons why straight men have sex with men. I'll see you later.
Very interesting. His whole practice is about that.
Because it's so prevalent.
It's happening all the time.
That he needs to create an entire
I'll tell you the
practice
truth.
around it.
I'll go out even with like my friends with guys, and a lot of times a whole bunch of guys will end up fucking like when we're out. And I'll feel like it's a straight time. It's a fun time. I won't feel like it's gay. I just want to be clear about that.
Do you have a story for me that you haven't shared?
I actually do. Yeah.
How many guys have you slept with?
Not a lot.
Well, that's fine because it wouldn't make you gay.
Well, yeah, I know I'm not.
Yeah, you're still a straight guy who consistently, regularly has sex with other men. It doesn't mean you're gay.
I'm not gay. I'm not gay.
Dipshit.
I fuck guys whenever I want, but I'm not gay. Now listen, Dr. Joe has a little more to say.
Another reason straight men will engage in having sex with other men is fraternity initiations, so well described in the book Not Gay, Sex Between Straight White Men by Jane Ward. She basically tries to talk about, from a sociological point of view, why do these straight men in fraternities put fingers in each other's butts, urinate on each other, get naked, engage in what we would call homosexual sex acts, but they're left alone. Nobody's ever saying these dudes are really gay and are they closeted and what's going on with them. She talks very eloquently about what she thinks is going on. For these men, it's required sex. And so based on that, they engage in it, but then they have a disgust response. And the more disgusted they are, the more it reinforces their heterosexuality. The part of being white, they go unnoticed. Nobody ever accuses them of being gay or bisexual. These are straight boys having fun. Are you seeing yet that none of this is about being gay or bisexual?
No.
No.
I don't see
Wait,
that.
it's about being white?
Yeah, is that what you're saying? All white guys are gay? Is that the is that the what you just said?
Yeah,
so to summarize, all white guys are gay. All right, I'll see you guys next week. I don't understand at all what that point was.
I think that's what he's inferring.
All I know is that he just implied that Zolo has been pissed on a lot. That's all I know. And had fingers in him with other guys, but it was fun, and everybody was white and having a good time.
But I mean, yeah, I understand that the repulsion factor is why it's fun for guys to horse around with gay stuff. Like I see you and your male friends will verbally joke about gay shit because it's gay chicken. It's funny.
I gotta be honest. He made a point that when you just said this, it just popped in my head. It is like a very white guy thing. Like from my day, black dudes didn't play that shit. Like,
and he can't shake his head
guys
hard enough
do
right
not
there.
play that shit. And they did not. When I was in college, I had a black roommate. And we would do the gayest white guy shit to each other and never do it to him. Never. Because he was not down with gay jokes. But it's true that the white boys were. It's totally true.
So maybe this theory
like we would
is
literally I would walk into my white roommate's room and be like, hey man, do you want to blow me right now? And he'd be like, I just woke up. Can I just stretch my mouth out for a sec? Like shit like that. I'm like, okay. I just like play with my dick and and then I would walk down the hall and see Tony and who's black and I'd be like, what's up, man? And I walk down the stairs. Yeah, he didn't play that shit at all. Yeah. Tony also had, oh my God, he had a fucking, like, what is it called? Like a
huge cock?
Well, probably.
Oh, I thought that's what you were going to say. Like he had a huge
No,
cock.
I meant like,
oh yeah, you guys aren't gay.
He had a rotation of chicks. And like one time, Tony would go like, it'd be like a rent stew. I'd be like, hey, we gotta pay rent. And he'd be like, check out that kitchen. And he'd walk away. I'd be like, check out that kitchen.
Check out the kitchen.
And I'd go in the kitchen and all the cabinets would be full of groceries that a woman bought him. And he'd be like, that's my rent. I was like, what? Yeah. And like women would call him, I mean, like you'd be like, who's this? Like different girls, different days of the week. And they would howl, like we'd be downstairs watching TV, and hear a woman screaming upstairs. Like
that's just other level game, son.
Oh yeah,
like that is some pimp shit that you'll never know.
No, it's long said goodbye. It's never coming. But it's yeah, he definitely had game.
There's dudes out there like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wild.
All right, one more from Dr.
But
Joe
you're
here.
Not gay. Look, the important thing is you're not gay if you have
you and your friends
sex with another dude
are guys and you fuck each other. You're friends. All right?
Another reason straight men have sex with men is a fantasy called cuckolding. This is where a cuckold is a husband who's been cheated on. That's where the term comes from. The wife turns to him and says, you're no longer sexually satisfying me. I'm going to find a guy who does. And she gets a guy who's called the bull. So in this erotic fantasy that's power exchange and play and very satisfying and pleasurable to all members, the cuckold's job as a submissive man is to get them both excited so that the two, man and woman, have sex with each other in front of him. He may masturbate watching them. He may be made fun of. There might be some humiliation play. In the end, in the orgasm, the cuckold's job is to clean them both up. There's sexual interaction between the two men from the beginning until the end. But if the woman isn't there or the woman doesn't show up, that two men are left cold. The woman must be present in this fantasy for it to work. This is how it works with a cuckolding fantasy.
Yeah, that part's obvious, right? When he's like, if that woman's not there, then it's just two guys fucking each other, I guess. Like, what do you mean? Of course she has to be there for it.
Well, what I find interesting.
That sounds horrific.
It sounds. I would cry, and I think the best part is that the cuckold has to clean everybody up. I mean, Jesus
and he's like,
Christ.
that's not gay. When that guy's done fucking your spouse and his dick's all drippy, you gotta clean him up. What's he supposed to do? Just walk around with a drippy dick? We got to meet this guy. I want to talk to this guy.
I of course want to talk to him, and you and I took a deep dive down his TikTok. He's
Fantastic.
really interesting. He's very vulnerable. He seems like a really knowledgeable,
He's a very kind man.
sweet
Seems
dude.
Like, yes.
Dr. Joe Kort at Dr. Joe Kort. You guys know what to do.
Big
Let's get him on.
Fan.
Oh, you just watched a highlight from your mom's house. And if you want to see more, just watch one of these videos or highlights here and definitely subscribe here. That way you can be kept abreast of all the brand new. Yes, I said the word, Tom. Don't judge me with your eyes.
Try it out.